Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. She loves doing that. Come here, dog. Stand. Winter in the air.
You can feel it.
Bucket-nuster, Allie the mountain dog. It's time to go hiking. Allie, free? Here, come here, let me undo your belt. Come here. Oh, I can keep track of you. Okay, free. That's a bear bell designed to scare bears away. But in this instance, it allows me to keep track of my dog. Time to go hiking. Dude, who is that over there? Bucket! This is our friend Bucket-nuster. Allie the mountain dog, Nutnfancy. And man, do we have gorgeous weather for a hike in the high alpine areas, western United States. We're hitting a trailhead here. Going to wind up a couple miles in, not too far today, and just go do a hike. Maybe test a few items along the way. It's mainly
perfect day for it.
Perfect day. Bucket was complaining down at lower elevations, saying, "Man, this kind of sucks. It's so warm today."
So warm.
It's warm. And so as we climbed up to altitude, I'll tell you here later on how high we are, but it cooled off a lot. 25 degrees. It's about 50 degrees here at this elevation. It's going to get colder as we go up in elevation here. Look at those mountains out there. Just awesome. Beautiful day. I asked Bucket, I said, what would be your ideal weather today? What did you say?
Mid-40s.
Mid-40s. I said, are you okay?
Almost there.
I said, are you cool if it was be snowing or sleeting? He's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready. I'm tired of summer.
He and I are both that way. We love 4 seasons. I got to tell you, when it snows, it rains, or maybe not so much rain. Hiking in the rain sucks. But snow, dude, we dig it. It's awesome. Coming out and just getting it done.
Well, here's the deal. There's just something cool about being out in snow and inclement weather, and if you're dressed right and you're comfortable, you know you can handle whatever's coming to you.
Amen, brother. There's no such thing as bad weather, just inappropriate dress for the conditions.
Absolutely.
And it's a fun time to test. I mean, honestly, and we're going to talk about that a little bit on this hike. Just sharing our philosophy of layering. It's pretty simple, really, but it's amazing how many people get it wrong, though, don't you think, Bucket?
Yeah, definitely. And the biggest mistake is starting out from the car. You get outside the car and it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna dress to where I'm comfortable right here, right now.
Exactly.
You can't do that. We're going to be moving. We're going to be going up. You're going to want to shed some layers. You want to start out cold. If you're cold, you're doing it right. Don't you
Amen,
think?
brother. Just preach it. Preach it. That is exactly right. You can actually tell when someone's, like Bucket just said, when they start out hiking, even if it's snowy and cold conditions, if they're wearing a t-shirt, I look at that hiker and I go, okay, that guy knows what he's doing. Because he knows he's going to be heating up,
You don't want
working.
to overheat.
You're going to be working. Where's those trout you just saw? Do you see them?
Yeah, they kind of took off that way. Oh, there they are. Look at
Oh,
them
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see them on camera because of the reflection. There's a couple trout sitting
Yeah, there's
there.
about 10 of them sitting there. They're not very big. But
$5 if you jump in and get one with your knife.
I might.
Dude, how do you like the edge fits and put on that?
It's sharp.
Show him again. He's carrying the Rat One folder by Ontario, Bucket Nuster, Duracoated by Nutnfancy.
That would have really sucked if I'd have flipped it right into the water right there.
You would be going in, wouldn't you?
I'd be going in.
Well, here's what's funny about it. And let me see that blade again, Bucket. Is this blade really isn't that expensive. It's really not so special. What makes it special is, one, I Duracoated it for my friend.
That's right.
And it is a link between friends.
It's got sentimental value. And it's a great blade.
It is.
It's
It
a
is
great daily
blade.
use blade.
That's right. My blade I'm carrying, incidentally, dudes, you're going to see a tabletop on this, and it's going to be extremely positive. Vantage Select by Buck. What a great EDC blade that is. Awesome. Wait, you'll see the tabletop. You'll be blown away. It's going to rank way up there. All right, bro.
Should we hit it?
Let's hit it.
go.
You lead out. I'll do some filming along the way. Again, this is for friend memories. We'll film as we go. We're not really setting up shots so much. Let's leave the sound of chainsaws behind us, why don't we? GPS 6DCX, still my favorite GPS unit, love it. I sent my other one away with Tactical Doodle, so this is kind of a newer one, that's why it's not battle worn yet. Let me mess with Bucket Nuster here. Dude, this is kind of a new software mod on my GPS. It says there's a tool hiking in front of you.
I think it's behind.
Let me
You better check it.
Oh, you're right. It does say behind. Hey, guys.
Boy, he's got a big butt. How about that? Gorgeous. That, not so much.
Just, Allie, come. Allie. Jump, jump. This side, jump, jump. Good girl, good girl. One of the things you need to do if you bring your dog with you, and I know my guys are going to say, dude, where's your dog videos? They're coming. I say that all the time. It's just another big project and I want to make it quality, so I just can't just spank it out. But your dog's got to be in shape. That's why I run Allie 3 to 4 times a week to keep her cardio, her muscles in shape. And also, ever since she was a little tiny puppy, I've trained her in jump training. So she's capable in the mountains. That's why I call her Allie the mountain dog. It's not a joke. It's that she is completely capable. Hopefully you'll see that today in the hiking. We got a lot of rugged hiking coming up, and I'm going to show you that she's sure-footed and has been trained that way and given the confidence ever since she was a little tiny puppy. She's come with us on these on these outings. But she's ready to go. One thing is too, you don't want to wear your dog out too early. You can have them jump and do all kinds of things that later in the hike, if you go on like a 10-15 mile hike, they're going to be worn out. So you kind of got to use your energy wisely.
That's a pretty serious training regimen for your dog. How do you get by with Twinkies for yourself?
You know, A lot of guys will look at Twinkies and go, that's not nearly nutritious enough. Just look at the vitamins. They are packed. They're loaded with vitamins. You can eat one Twinkie per day. You'll be set. There's no such thing actually as taking too many pictures, too much video, and not about TMP. I'm talking about family and friend memories. You guys do it all the time. Have that camera going constantly. You know, I did a slideshow for my wife's sister who passed away. You guys know that. And I realized that her husband did such a great job taking pictures. Seriously, Buggett, he had like hundreds of pictures that he had taken of her as they went on all these outings, vacations, and it made it so easy for me making a family slideshow. And it made me think, you know what, I'm not taking enough pictures. If one of your family members dies, which has happened several times in my family, you would think I would know this. You can't have enough pictures. You can't, because that's all you'll have to remember that person by.
Well, it's true. You know, the further you get in life, the more you forget, and you just don't remember everything. And having those images and those films to go back and look at after so much time has passed, you'll find it's priceless. Stuff that doesn't matter to you much today, 10, 20 years from now, it means something.
Exactly. You know, there's a couple exceptions to that. So like Buggett Nuster, every time I've gone out, I've always thought that was wasted imagery on him. And actually it just fills me with a sense of dread that I actually wasted time with him to begin with. So you do have that, and you have to like balance that out.
Well, that's because most of that imagery consisted of my pimply ass.
Hey dude, if you're bearing it, I'm taking the picture. What is that? What is that? I think we might have to backtrack a little bit. Dude, I think we need to run this ridge around this way, and then we'll head up. Buggett Nuster, Nutnfancy, alpine hike. Allie the mountain dog. I probably ought to muffle that bell of hers. Come here, dog. Come. Get over here.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah, it's too loud. We don't need that. This particular bear bell has an elastic keeper you can put over it. Hang on. And a magnet that you put on it as well. Okay, dog. By the way, I am a big proponent of gators. In all season hiking, I'm a big proponent. As you'll see here soon enough, we're going to be transiting snow areas. Normally at this time of year, November, we'd have a lot more snow here than we do now. But we will have some, and it may get deeper as we go. Good girl, good girl. But even in summer, I like gators. They prevent scree going into your boot. Getting a bunch of garbage in your boot all the time. And they allow you just to plunge right into the snow without any problems. I think I've mentioned that in some other hiking vids that we've done. Normally I hike with poles too. You may have seen them strapped to the back of the backpack. But filming, I need a free hand, so it's kind of hard to use the poles. Dude, I forget exactly where that trail goes. We're just gonna have to bust a move and find it. Are you cool with that?
Let's just hit it. Maybe we can just zigzag up here and.
We're going up there. At least we'll have a vantage point so I can see if I can intersect that trail. And thus the work begins. Don't wear yourself out, dog. We've got a long hike. Bucket's got no gators today. He opted not to have them. Dude, you want to use my pole since they're not being used?
No, because we'll just have to pack them away again.
Okay. Yeah, with a camera filming, it's almost impossible to use them. Hey, good girl. You like that snow? You like that snow? Okay, go on with Bucket. This is cool. You look kind of like a ballerina balancing as you go up that snow field.
Well, it's odd because
here comes a bust on me.
Snow does tend to bring out my feminine side.
Maybe I should edit that part where you look really effeminate climbing the snow. Then again, maybe not.
You wouldn't have much video left, would you?
Checks.
Here, you want some help?
Hey, wait a second. Standard. This is where you realize really quickly that weight is an important factor in your hike. By the way, we're carrying a lot of extra weight. Each of us is probably packing about 10 pounds of steel in the form of possible blade testing. Probably about 40-pound packs because of that.
Plus, I don't know about you, but I got about a pound of emergency rations underneath my chin.
Myself, I opt to carry an energy bar. I think I got some chin fat too. It's kind of steep, huh, Bucket?
Yeah, it didn't look this steep from down there.
It's a butt kicker. Allie's laughing at us. She's got 4-wheel drive. You guys are pussies. Show us the way, Allie. Giddy up. There's two things in life that Allie loves. Really, really loves. Running with Dad. So I take her out biking, scootering, or running in the truck if it's real snowy. And then anything to do with the mountains. Probably just like you guys' dogs. I know a lot of TMPers have some awesome dogs out there too. I've talked to you guys about them. I'll say this in my dog vids. Back engineer your dog. If you want to have a dog that's capable of doing stuff like this, you really need to go with the right breed. For me, it was a black lab. All-wheel drive, they love the water. Easy to train, smart, kind, loyal, good endurance, strong bodies, all the qualities that I need to make a mountain dog. Sometimes people try to make a mountain dog out of a breed that's not appropriate. Maybe a toy breed or something like that. What do you think, Bucket?
I think all those qualities come into play also when choosing a wife. Wouldn't you agree?
Strong legs, thick body, stout.
Big ankles.
Big ankles so they won't snap off on this stuff. Baby bearing hips. Good points, good points. Incidentally, Bucket, this is very sad and it's serious. He just had to put down his Chesapeake Bay Retriever for old age. Her name was Sarah, and she, just like Allie, was as sweet as could be. They spent a lot of good years together, Bucket and Sarah did.
Yeah, she's a good dog.
She was a good dog. I knew Sarah from way back.
When she was a pup.
When she was a pup. Going way back, and it tore Bucket up to have to put her down, but she was suffering badly. And I dread the day when that will happen to Allie. I dread it. But that day hasn't come yet, and in the meantime we do stuff like this and give Allie those awesome memories for her with Dad and friends.
And she's got a lot of years of good adventure and left in her.
Yep, she does. She's 5 years old now, guys. I'm partial to female dogs myself. I love male dogs too. I could take either one, but given a choice, I usually like the females. They're fun. All other things being equal, usually the hardest way is the right way.
Isn't that the truth?
Yep.
We're just talking about some of the terrain that we're in here. High altitude. And the loads that some of the guys are carrying over in Afghanistan, same type of high. Of course, it doesn't look quite like this, but same high elevation over there. And talking, kind of compare and contrast the whole, like the bighorn sheep hunter, who's basically operating the same terrain.
Yep, he is.
And carrying a light rifle compared to some guy packing a 17-pound AI. Not that it can't be done, not that it isn't being done, but
you know what I'm hearing? Those guys are not digging the Barretts. They're just too freaking heavy.
No.
They leave them behind.
No,
Only in vehicle mounted ops am I hearing that they use them a lot. Especially if they're hiking in, 10, 20 miles with an 80-pound freaking ruck on their back. Food, body armor, ammo, first aid, knives, kit. It all adds up, dudes. Just like Buggett's saying, firepower versus mobility. I love coming out and doing these hikes because it just really re-emphasizes those lessons as we get out here on foot
not necessarily
and get it done in the Nutnfancy project.
I was just going to say, it's not necessarily mission driven, it's driven by their chain of command.
Yeah, you have to have this, you have to have that.
You will carry this.
That's right, it's not optional. Looks like Buggett Nuster needs to square away his hydration system. You can see it somewhat dangling off his strap there. We'll talk to him about that.
You like talking about my camelback, right?
Yeah, the other hose.
Oh. Good stuff here.
Dude, this day rocks.
What a perfect day.
Gosh, it's beautiful. Look at that blue sky as I hike past too. It's just gorgeous.
Would that not be cool to do a sheep hunt?
It'd be awesome. You get to pack it out.
Well, it's all downhill.
I'd almost rather see him than kill him though.
I know.
I like seeing him.
Yeah.
I don't really want to kill him. I'm not against it, I support guys drawing permits and going out and getting it done. I say rock on. I don't know, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Buggett, I don't know if I'd be liking to hike this slope in heavy snow for avalanche danger.
It would be unsafe.
It'd be stupid.
Snow.
Yeah, for now it's no big deal. It hardly has any snow on it.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised at the lack of snow up here right now, of course.
Me too.
We've had that little warm snap.
Dog playing. She
But,
loves the snow. He's sliding.
For you global warming freak shows out there,
Dog, you're gonna slide all the way to the bottom of that hill. Look at her. She's like, sorry, Buggett. What were you saying? Yeah. Talking about global warming or something?
Oh, yeah. I said global warming freak shows.
Roger that.
It's been our coldest fall on season for how long?
I think this area is going to huge catch up in snowfall.
It always does.
This is an anomaly. Cool thing is it allows us to go into this altitude this late in the season.
That is a good thing.
If it was normal year, we'd be shooing it right now.
And all the funny thing is all the reservoirs in this area, they're trying to figure out what they were going to do with all the water.
Totally
So
filled
much
up this year.
precipitation, so much snow.
Yeah, thank heavens. We're gonna probably see one or two of those along the way too. Carrying along that extra 5 pounds of chin fat's kind of weighing you down, ain't it, Bucket?
Yeah, hey, by the way, thanks for that can of Bush's beans. I'm digging it right now.
We'll show you what we brought that for. Hopefully gonna make a stove out of it if we have time. And yeah, Bucket's carrying it. I'm laughing.
Bush's baked beans, make a stove, have a few laughs.
As long as you're carrying it. It's way good. This is a video for sure. It's funny. There's good info in it too. Speaking of good info, Bucket's pack, by the way, it's about a 2,000 cube. What brand is it, dude?
Gregory.
Gregory. It's kind of a, you know, a skiing, snowboarding pack, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's more along those lines. Just considering what I've gotten here today, it's probably could have used a little bit more space, but I'm digging it. It's got a great suspension system, and I'm kind of a tall guy. I've got a long torso, and it still fits me well. And one of the other favorite things about this pack is the Hypalon bottom. I mean, it's bomb-proof.
Yeah, exactly.
Bomb-proof,
It doesn't shred. And in rocky terrain like this, that comes in handy. Here, film mine. I'll narrate. This is basically a Kelty Red Wing called an Apache 3,000 cubic foot panel loading pack. I already reviewed the Kelty Red Wing in my medium size reference backpack series. I'll annotate that. Same pack, just in camo and quiet cloth. First time I've hiked with this one. But I love the Kelties. I like the pan loading. And as you can see, it can carry a lot of stuff.
It can. Speaking of which, why the breast augmentation on the back of the pack?
Dude, if I want to be on camera, I want to be looking good.
All right, well, there you have it.
We got level 1 first aid kit, knives, my day pack survival stuff, which I'll eventually do in tabletop. It's nothing special. We're not that remote today, are we, Bucket?
No, we're really not.
So it would be real easy to summons help where we're going today. Some areas though it's different, and I'll pack differently for those areas. The more remote I go, the heavier my pack gets because I want capabilities. And you're all alone. There's no one going to get to you soon. It's all you. Do this hard work, eh?
It is hard work. Another point that I was going to make is we're up. Where are we? We got to be close to 10,000, aren't we?
Yeah, let me look on the GPS. Maybe not quite that high, but go ahead and say what you're saying.
Anyway,
We're at 9,100.
Yeah, 9,100 feet. And I do a fair amount of running, and I do a fair amount of it at high altitude. But hiking with a pack in rocky terrain at high altitude does not equate to going down the pavement and running shoes, shorts, and a t-shirt.
Amen. Or treadmill.
No, it doesn't.
It helps though. It helps to have that
helps.
cardio.
It all helps. But just because you're a good runner,
Don't think you're going to come out and own this terrain.
you're going to have a gravy day in the mountains because it's not going to happen.
I've seen it dozens of times, dude. Guys I've hiked with and they're sucking wind. Not that I'm that great. I think I'm a mediocre hiker, truth be told. But I can set a slow, steady pace. Even with a really heavy pack. I can carry an 80-pound pack. You know, like the tortoise and the hare. I'll get there. And I'll get all my crap where I'm going.
You got to pace yourself, and you can't throw on a heavy pack and think you're just going to go your normal pace. You're going to be done in about a half mile.
True statement. I've worked with a lot of young men's programs before, and guys start off real fast with these big old heavy packs, and some guys can do it. I mean, some guys have the stamina and the cardio to do it. They usually burn themselves out, and I pass them on the trail a couple hours later. By the way, I know a lot of guys have said in the Nutnfancy project, dude, thanks for the getting out. It's motivated me to go out and do my own adventures. I say rock on. So glad to help. Bug and I are privileged to, in whatever small way, to be an inspiration, seriously.
And lucky to have the time to do it ourselves, because, I mean, it's something that I struggle with all the time too, and Nutton's always bagging on me about it.
True statement.
I'm not making enough friend time, and I don't. And
he's got 2 small kids at home, by the way.
Trying to balance military, kids, family time, friend time, getting out and
being a good husband, being a good dad.
It's all part of it. You have to find a balance. It can't be all one or the other. You need to have some time, some guy time, to do some stuff with your buds too.
That's healthy.
But on the other hand, quality time in front of the TV, no such thing.
Amen. You won't remember that in a year. Hey, I remember that time I was on the couch and I watched this football game and it was so cool.
Yeah.
You might. I doubt it. You will remember this though for the rest of your life. Just like Bug and I. He and I have dozens of memories like this long before TMP ever came along. Times that we got out and got it done. Dude, you know what some of my favorite memories are with you? What? I know you agree. When we went out shooting those crows with our pellet guns.
Oh. Some of my favorite memories. What a hoot.
We used to go out and Bug it Jeep, man, and go sniping crow. Awesome. And other pest birds that were infesting certain areas. God, that was fun. Good times. And guys will say, well, hold on, man, you don't like killing. Well, if it's a pest item like a, I don't know, crow that harass songbirds and such, yeah, I'll snipe a few once in a while. It's healthy for the environment,
right,
in my opinion.
All these animals have their purpose, and in this case, it was target practice for us. Agree? Agreed.
Dude, there's this dude on YouTube, he's got these hilarious vids. I saw him like a couple years ago. And sniping rats. Did I tell you about those?
Remember that article you gave me years ago?
Rat Jihad.
Rat Jihad.
I love that article. So funny. Oh, what I was going to say to my TMPers is anything you do is better than nothing. Getting out and walking is better than never getting out and walking. If you want to come out and do a fun hike like this, a hard hike like this, rock on, do it. But getting out and doing something is better than nothing. And I totally encourage you to do that. I don't care what shape you're in. If you're completely out of shape, go do something.
It all starts someplace.
Yeah.
And half the battle is packing up and getting out. Once you're out here and you're loving it.
Then the fun begins.
That's when the fun begins.
Bug it as the wind whistles through the trees and we hike on up here. I'm inspired. Maybe inspired to take on the ways, those of the Native Americans. And I feel inspired to give you an Indian name. My Indian name for you today is He Who Walks Like a Woman.
All right. Oddly enough, I've been thinking of one for you.
What?
Wind in his pants.
Okay, agreed.
Just thinking about our drive up here.
Those will be, yeah, I was unloading on Bug it big time. Those will be our Native American call signs today. Wish I knew the Indian name for that, He Who Walks Like a Woman. More uphill coming our way. And a lot more after that too. Dude, I think this hike is like a lot longer than I told you. I may have lied about it.
You know, here's the disconnect. He calls me up last night and says, hey, let's go out for a late breakfast tomorrow morning. All right. How we got here.
And by the way, bring that pack. I just want to kind of check it out.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Oh, and while you're bringing the pack, you might want to bring some fleece, wind gear. Might be packing a blade or two. Maybe. Who knows? It's unstructured.
The rest is history.
Yeah, the breakfast place is just at the top of this next peak. It's called a can of beans. You're carrying it, by the way.